In this podcast episode, Clavicular, a prominent content creator and entrepreneur, shares an extensive look into his life, including his income sources, spending habits, approach to self-improvement through LooksMaxxing, and personal philosophies on dating, relationships, and status. The conversation delves into how he leverages his unique position to generate over $500,000 per month, the role of appearance and behaviors in shaping social and romantic success, and the medical and lifestyle choices he makes to maintain his image and health. Clavicular's monthly earnings surpass $500,000 with a diverse portfolio of income streams. His largest source of revenue comes from gambling, where he wagers about $15,000 daily and often ends positively, sometimes making up to $85,000 in a single session. Besides gambling, live streaming on platforms like Kick significantly contributes to his income, where concurrent viewers translate roughly to about $1,000 an hour in earnings, although CPM rates fluctuate. Snapchat is another crucial platform where he earns several $1,000s daily by sharing photos and stories, which are monetized through ad views and engagement. Short-form content monetization and memberships add supplementary revenue but are less substantial compared to these primary avenues. He also mentioned occasionally doing free one-on-one consultations for people he personally knows. Despite substantial income, Clavicular emphasizes financial prudence. He estimates spending around $400,000 monthly, which includes high-end living expenses such as penthouse apartments, one costing $20,000 and another $35,000 per month, along with payroll for 7 in-house staff and multiple virtual assistants. Travel expenses, often involving first-class flights and luxury Airbnbs, also contribute to his significant outlays. Dining and food delivery habits, like excessive single-use orders versus bulk purchasing, add to waste and expenses. He consciously monitors spending to avoid unnecessary waste, despite the affluence, and stresses the importance of saving over mere income. Central to Clavicular's worldview is the concept of LooksMaxxing, which involves enhancing one's physical appearance through scientific methods, lifestyle adjustments, and medical interventions. He advocates prioritizing facial aesthetics over height or physique, citing that facial harmony ratios have a disproportionate impact on attractiveness compared to even measurable height advantages. He stresses the importance of contrast in facial features, including tanning and maintaining bright eye whites, which together elevate perceived attractiveness. For men, height, proportional frames, and lean body fat percentages around to 12% are key physical targets. For women, fertility indicators such as waist-to-hip ratio and facial proportions are critical. Clavicular advises starting LooksMaxxing as early as body consciousness emerges, often by early teenage years, and encourages consistent routines including diet, gym workouts, and skincare. He is also a proponent of men using makeup, limited to concealers and tinted SPF, as a tool to improve skin appearance and overall look. Clavicular openly discusses his extensive use of pharmaceuticals and supplements aimed at health, appearance, and performance. His regimen includes 10 milligrams doses of Retitide every 5 days, testosterone replacement therapy, Accutane for skin, melanotan for tanning, and medications like minoxidil and dutasteride for hair maintenance. He spends roughly $2,500 monthly on prescriptions, with the most expensive being a non-insurance covered medication costing around $2,200. He maintains that these substances have scientific backing in safety and health benefits, although some, like Accutane, have genetic or metabolic implications. He acknowledges that stopping these medications would lead to a noticeable decline in muscle mass, energy, and hair density. Clavicular cautions against harmful LooksMaxxing practices such as DIY surgeries or unregulated peptide use, and strongly recommends professional medical supervision. Acknowledging there are irreparable genetic disadvantages, he cites examples like pectus excavatum, a collapsed sternum, that can only be fixed through invasive surgery, which may not be worth the investment relative to the issue's severity. He separates genuine genetic limitations from cope, or excuses some people use, like being big-boned, which he considers less impactful on attractiveness. Clavicular emphasizes the negative effects of smoking and alcohol, labeling smoking as severely damaging to skin collagen and aging. He is moderately tolerant of occasional nightlife drinking, but maintains a conscious awareness of alcohol's toxicity. In terms of fat distribution, he identifies the chin and neck area as particularly problematic fat storage locations, as well as the pubic fat pad, which can distort perceived genital length, while glutes, legs, and arms are considered better places to store fat. Clavicular offers blunt insights into modern dating challenges shaped by digital platforms. He points out that short stature and appearance can drastically diminish visibility on dating apps where height filters are common. Money and status can compensate, but tend to foster inauthentic relationships. Personality and humor can often outweigh money or height in building genuine connection. When asked whom he'd rather be among three hypothetical men differing by height, humor, and financial status, he acknowledges the man with money can ascend through surgical and lifestyle enhancements, but warns of the pitfalls of fake love. Meanwhile, the man with good personality but average physical features holds more authentic long-term potential. Relationships for Clavicular are unconventional. He openly admits to non-monogamy tied to lifestyle circumstances, with his girlfriend understanding the difference between sex for physical release and emotional love. He stresses the importance of a partner knowing he has options, which keeps the relationship balanced and discourages disrespect or cheating. He does not tolerate infidelity and promptly ends relationships when cheating is discovered. He also discusses social preselection, noting women tend to be influenced by male status symbols, and approval, more than men, are by collective female preferences. However, he believes objective attractiveness, measured scientifically, drives much of initial attraction, although emotional and personality factors play necessary complementary roles. Clavicular notes the distortion created by social media and pornography in shaping male and female attractiveness standards. For example, while some female celebrities or athletes receive massive adoration, their faces may not align with strict scientific standards of facial harmony. This discrepancy points to a complex interplay between biology, social desirability, and parasocial or aspirational attachments driven by loneliness or cultural trends. He reminds that public ratings often reflect desperation or emotional needs rather than pure aesthetic assessment. This causes inflated valuations that are not reflective of long-term success in romantic or social contexts. Clavicular recounts moments of public vulnerability, such as fainting from alcohol overconsumption at a club and pressing charges after being assaulted, leading to a ban from that venue. He touches on viral moments, like a confrontation with an ASU frat leader that became internet fodder. Despite public scrutiny, he maintains composure and absorbs publicity as a positive for growth and engagement. He demonstrates emotional neutrality ingrained in his personality, deliberately controlling responses to maintain consistency and avoid impulsiveness. His attitude is pragmatic and calculated, with a focus on long-term outcomes rather than transient highs or lows. Intelligence and IQ are topics Clavicular modestly approaches, declining to speculate on his own, but affirming that intelligence is crucial for success and that some cognitive enhancement through neurogenesis and nootropics is possible. He differentiates between intelligence, pattern recognition, decision-making, and knowledge, practical facts, positing that intelligence holds higher attractiveness value. He acknowledges that status has a significant role, rivaling looks and charisma, but warns of diminishing returns, highlighting the need for a balanced approach in personal development. Though wealth increases influence, he stresses consistent self-improvement across all domains. Clavicular has undergone minor cosmetic procedures, such as a subtle rhinoplasty intended only to correct small facial disproportions, and he refuses fillers, considering them mostly detrimental and ineffective for bone structure enhancement. He is skeptical of PDO threads and similar minimally invasive treatments, believing their results are limited. He plans braces, Invisalign, but refrains from further cosmetic surgeries due to sufficient current satisfaction and the high-cost recovery aspects of more invasive operations. He highlights the importance of focusing on fixing fatalos, flaws, rather than creating halos, exaggerated features. Though Clavicular started as a solo content creator, he now manages a sizable team of about 7 in-house employees and a dozen virtual assistants. He credits building strong, trusting relationships within business for his stability and success, emphasizing that working with people who share a common vision and respect is paramount. He shows openness in collaborating with others, including influencers and streamers, while maintaining a disciplined personal brand focused mainly on LooksMaxxing and related knowledge. When asked where an average person should invest $10,000 in their ascension journey, Clavicular recommends foundational elements like gym memberships, GLP-1 peptide treatments, makeup for men, and supplements focused on skin tone and tanning, melanotan, carotenoids. He underscores that these offer the highest return on investment for appearance and health. He advocates getting lean as the initial priority, maintaining body fat around 10 to 12%, and enhancing contrast through tanning and coloring. Beyond physical, he encourages intellectual growth, social skills, and cautious supervised use of performance-enhancing substances for long-term well-being and success.